Hey, what's up guys, it's Jonathan here, back with another public stock portfolio update. So as usual, we'll do a quick recap of what happened in the market this week. We'll also do a quick recap on some of the moves that we made in the public account as well. We'll also do a quick recap on the account and all of the positions that are in the account. Then we'll talk about some important things to watch out for in the market in this coming week. So if this video provides you any value, please consider hitting the like and subscribe button. They both greatly help out the channel, help push this video out to as many people as possible. So let's get right into it. So to give a quick recap of what happened in the market this week, on Monday the market started off pretty flat, but it started to run midday, but lost most of its gain running into the close. And then this downtrend also continued into early hours of Tuesday, but then started to flatten out into the close. And then on Wednesday we saw a run up in the market in the early hours, followed by a sharp sell-off that we saw later into the close. The market recovered from most of that decline on Thursday, but that recovery was completely erased with a steep decline on Friday. And for the week, we're down about 2.25%, which ironically is the same amount that we were down last week. So when it comes to the moves that we made in the public account, this week was definitely the week of trades. This is because we made 2 trade transactions and 1 long hold transaction. And as always, if you guys want to see my moves in real time, check me out on public. I have a link in the description below where use that to sign up for public. You can get a free stock up to $70. So if you're interested, check it out. So on Wednesday, I closed out my HUT position. And I said last week that the HUT position was just going to be a short-term trade. Last week, I bought $2 worth of HUT. And this week, I sold it for $2.08, which is a 4% gain. Now, 8 cents might not sound like a lot, but think about if I put $200 or $2,000 in there. That would have been a much bigger gain. So we did sell this at all-time highs for the week. So we basically timed the top of the market for the week, which is crazy and usually doesn't happen, but it happened in this case. So the next move we made on Wednesday, and all the moves that we made this week were on Wednesday, is that we traded VOO. So due to the market reaction we got late in the day on Wednesday, I bought $11 worth of VOO at $417.65 a share on Wednesday. I sold it at $10.98 on Friday. So it lost about a little under 0.25%. So this trade didn't work out, but at the same time, it could have been much worse if I did decide to hodl. But honestly, VOO is not something that's the worst thing that you could hodl. So it's actually the thing that I think majority of people should hodl. Then we also bought some HOOD, and I bought about $10 worth of HOOD at $24.91 a share. And this was a buy the dip purchase, but I do wish I had waited until the end of the week to buy this, as now I believe HOOD is at like $20 a share or something like that. So I could have gotten a 20% discount on it. But I think that in the long term, we should be fine with this purchase. So I actually had a funny story to say about HOOD. And for those of you guys who follow me on Instagram, you probably saw me post this. So I believe on Thursday, I wanted to buy some calls on HOOD. And I was buying these calls on Webull, which buying options on Webull can get a little tricky. I meant to buy a call and accidentally bought a put. So the next day on Friday, I was looking at my portfolio and I noticed that my HOOD options were up like almost 100%. I was thinking to myself, what is going on here? Isn't the stock down 10% today? And then I realized that I actually bought puts instead of buying calls. I accidentally made $1,000 on that trade. It was a very lucky situation, but I just thought it was funny, so I wanted to share that with you guys. So now let's go into iPad. I'll give you guys a recap on the account. So currently the portfolio is at $125.67, and we're down about 3% on the portfolio. This is actually the first time since we started this portfolio that we've been down before. So it is definitely a really weird place to be. I remember there was a time when this portfolio was up some crazy amount, like 20-30%. It's just the nature of the market that we're in right now. So the first position we have here is Enphase Energy. We're still up pretty significantly on this position. We're up about 40%, and it makes up about 19% of the portfolio. So the next position we have is Robinhood, and Robinhood is currently down 30%, which is absolutely wild. It currently makes up about 18% of the portfolio. The next stock we have here is Tesla, and currently our Tesla position is up 37.8%. And it currently makes up 11% of our portfolio. The next position we have here is Alphabet. We're currently up 0.6%, and it makes up about 6% of the portfolio. Currently, we're down 2% on Amazon, and it makes up about 4% of our portfolio. So the next position we have here is Disney, and our position in Disney is currently down 10%. So this market has been a pretty rough one as of late. So the next position we have here is Palantir. Currently, Palantir is down 16%. It currently makes 3.33% of the portfolio. The next position we have here is Nvidia. Nvidia is down 3% now. And I'm actually going to make a video talking about Nvidia, so you guys watch out for that. If you're interested in seeing that, hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you get notified when that video gets posted. Currently, this position makes about 3% of the portfolio. Then we still have some Bitcoin here. Our Bitcoin is currently down 10%. I know Bitcoin has gone through some craziness the past couple of days with the huge sell-off on Friday night. I was actually able to buy the dip in my private accounts, so that was awesome. Currently, it makes up about a little under 3% of the portfolio. Then we still have our Redfin here. It's down 22%. Like I've said before, I think Redfin is going to go through a lot of pain in the next about 6 to 9 months or so. But long term, I still think that the company will do well. So to give you guys a quick recap of the AMC challenge, this week has been a really rough week for momentum stocks, including AMC and even GME as well. And currently, AMC is at $28.80 a share. So we're down about 22.5%, or $33.40. There may be a chance we may see more in these more speculative positions, but like I said, I did promise to hold till the end of the year, so I will be holding till at least the end of the year, but I may hold even past that as well, so stay tuned. So important things to watch out for this week. When it comes to the budget and the continuing resolution, the Congress was able to pass a stopgap bill on Thursday night, and President Biden did sign it on Friday. So that extends funding until mid-February. Now, since we're talking about Congress, there's also the debt ceiling crisis as well. So Congress is still working on a solution for this. Secretary of the Treasury Janet Yellen is still looking at the December 15th deadline for the debt ceiling to be hit. So from the time of this recording, that's about 10 days away. It seems like the Republicans in the House and the Senate are holding strong on not helping the Democrats raise the debt ceiling. And they still have that stance of, oh, the Democrats have enough votes. They should go and use budget reconciliation and go get that done. But the Dems can only pass one more bill like this, and they wanted to use it for their Build Back Better plan, also known as the Social Infrastructure Bill. So for this to work out, they have to pass both of them at the same time. But they are having trouble from some of their own constituents in the Democratic Party to agree to this bill. So there is still a lot of work that needs to be done there. But if we do end up hitting this debt ceiling, that could be absolutely catastrophic for the market, especially given how much fear there is in the market currently already. When it comes to inflation, recently it seems like Jerome Powell, the Federal Reserve Chair, has changed his stance on inflation and said that inflation is no longer transitory. And he said that he wants to speed up the rate of the taper and possibly end it sooner, as soon as the end of the first quarter of next year. But before he would be able to do this, he would need to discuss this with the board. But hearing news like this can definitely affect the markets, and especially high valuation stocks. If the Fed was to speed up the taper, we would see short-term debt interest rates rise. And when it comes to growth stocks, they're usually the ones who take on a lot of this short-term debt. So anytime we see interest rates move up, usually the valuations of these companies tend to get crushed. So for us with our portfolio, that does mean that we are going to probably see some very elongated pain in these markets. That is one of the risks of investing in growth companies versus investing in value. So moving on to Omicron. On Wednesday, the first case of Omicron was detected in the US. And this is what caused the market to sell off late Wednesday. According to the World Health Organization, this strain of COVID is more contagious than the other strains of COVID we have seen, like Delta, for example. But so far, all US cases have had mild symptoms. So I'll say look out for any news regarding developments on Omicron, especially focusing on any fatalities that come from this new strain. Because that's really what's going to affect the markets, is the fatalities, not necessarily people catching COVID. I hate to say it, but at this point, the market doesn't really care about COVID spreading as much as it does fatalities from COVID spreading. That's what will cause people to restrict traveling and shopping and things of that nature. That's all I got for you guys this week. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. They all greatly help out the channel and help push this video out to as many people as possible. Check me out on all my socials. I try to post there as often as possible. Also, I'm not sure if you guys heard about this yet, but I do have a Discord channel up. If you want any information on that, the link's in the description for that. As always, thank you so much for watching. Good luck out there this week and all the best. Peace.